The question I asked God and his answer that changed my life. Welcome. My name is Kristen Cons. My heart for making these videos is to inspire you to take action and become the fullness of who you're created to be. So if that interests you, like this video and subscribe below. So there was a point in my life where I realized I had gone around the mountain one too many times in a specific area. And I got to the point where I just threw my hands up in the air and I was like, God, why am I stuck? What is the problem? And he said, it's you. So I paused for a moment and I thought, okay, this is great because I can't control life, but I can control myself. I can change me. So I have been chasing all of these external things to get me unstuck and to move forward in my life. And I would think, well, maybe I need to try harder. Maybe I need to just pray differently. Maybe I need to just wait a little longer. Maybe it's just not meant to be. Maybe it was the enemy trying to block me. Maybe it's something spiritual that I don't even know about. Maybe it's just a lousy circumstance. Maybe I had just made a bad choice. Maybe I just needed to try a different strategy. Maybe I needed to do more research. Maybe it's my husband's fault. Maybe it's just bad timing. Maybe I'm not ready. And on and on and on. Am I the only one? Let me know. Put a one in the comment below if I am not the only one and you have felt this way before. But God so kindly showed me that the one common denominator in this situation was me. I truly had prayed through everything and looked into every possible avenue that I could think of in the spiritual and in the natural. Okay, so I ask, what's the problem? And he says, it's me. So then I ask, what about me? And he says, it's your thoughts. And this is so interesting to me because I am very intentional about my thoughts, or so I thought. I'm constantly praying. I'm listening to worship music. I'm reading the word. I'm filling up my mind with good things. I'm trying to always look on the bright side, and I'm trying not to speak negatively. And I've actually studied the topic of thoughts in depth over time from all different perspectives. So it's not like this was a new revelation to me. I've explored various ways to take my thoughts captive, but still, there were so many questions in my heart like, was I doing it correctly? And I don't know, it didn't feel like it was always working. And honestly, I didn't really see many people living with victory. So life isn't about not having challenges, but we should be able to overcome them and not go through the same one over and over and over for our whole entire life, just to not be stuck in that same cycle with the same issue. So I was observing people. It wasn't from a critical perspective, but from a curious one of observing and trying to learn. I wanted the secret sauce. I wanted to know how I could tap into my full potential. I wanted to know what I was made of and how to increase my capacity for greatness. I've always been obsessed with becoming the fullness of who I've been created to be. And there is nothing more fulfilling to me than seeing people overcome and move forward in their life. I've had a unique opportunity in my life to move around the country to many different places and to be a part of many amazing ministries. And it's not like I was looking for it, but it quickly became apparent that it was the same exact thing with people everywhere I went. It didn't matter what city. Most people seem to be in this constant string of one crisis after another. They're overwhelmed, they're stressed out, they're dealing with health issues, they're struggling financially, and they're always complaining. Now, I came across many people who are fighting the good fight and were truly um, trying their best. And aren't we all? We're all trying our best, but there was something that wasn't right that kept me seeking more and wanting more answers. I had coached so many people with health over a 20-year period, and I had also done business coaching, and I had sat at the feet serving leaders, people who were successful in their own right. And it didn't matter their background, it didn't matter their success. It was still the same story. So I was really perplexed and puzzled. And it seemed no different inside the church as it did outside the church. We just blamed it on different things, but that was the similarity. We were blaming it on forces outside of ourselves. We weren't taking full responsibility. At that moment, when God told me that the only reason that I was stuck was because of me and that it was because of my thoughts, something really clicked inside of me. I realized I was in control. I realized I was the creator of my life. God created me, and He wanted me to create with my giftings. And He created um, the giftings and my personality and all the things that He put inside me. And I realized I had to start taking radical responsibility for my life instead of being a victim of my circumstances. And the Lord has been unpacking this message within me for several years now. And the more responsibility and action I take for myself, the more clarity I get, the more downloads from God I get, the more I move forward in my life, and the more wholeness and joy and fulfillment I feel because I'm making progress, because I'm being my authentic self. It's no longer about the actual circumstance or the goal at hand. Success is inevitable if I keep taking my thoughts captive and take responsibility for my life and move forward with what God is calling me to do. I can't lose, and I'm in control. And that is a powerful revelation. Now, I'll unpack the details of that in future videos. I know that the comment that we're in control of our life won't sit well with many of us Christians, but that's my point. My point is that we believe that we aren't in control. Therefore, we're giving up our free will to truly live the life that we were created for. I'm not taking God out of the equation in any way. All I'm saying is that we've been created to be an overcomer, a creation of God that has a creative solution for challenges in our life. This is a journey. This is the journey of life to become the best version of ourselves so that we can impact others in our own unique way. But we can't do that if we're stuck in a victim mentality. If we feel like we have no control and we're just waiting for blessings to drop out of the sky, I mean, we all know that that doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. So if you've been stuck year after year in the same circumstance, the same situation, I want to encourage you that you are in control. You are responsible for your life. We might not be able to control life, but we can control how we think about it. And how we think causes how we feel. And how we feel dictates what we do and what we don't do in life. So, this one shift in your perspective, understanding that you are responsible for your life, can put you on a path to change in your life and to create a life of greatness that serves others and makes a difference. Isn't that what we all want? When we get to the heart of the matter, we just want to know our life matters. We want to know that we made a difference in this world. We want to count for something that's bigger than ourselves. So here are some practical things that you can do to start taking more responsibility for your life. So number one, write down the areas that you're feeling stuck. Then write down who or what you've been putting the blame on. So for example, this person did this and now I'm this way. Or because this thing happened in my life is now messed up or altered in this way. You might say, Kristen, I already know I messed up. I made a mistake. It's okay. Let's forgive ourselves, move forward, and don't be a victim to yourself. Okay, number two, what are your thoughts that surround this situation day in and day out? Are they positive, life-giving thoughts or negative thoughts that lead you to feel depressed and overwhelmed and angry or helpless? Number three, once you've done this, start to become aware of what you're thinking. Do you catch yourself zoning out or stewing or ruminating about this situation over and over and over? And this is a really telling thing to do. When you wake up in the morning, the first thing you do before you even open your eyes, be aware of what you're thinking. It's shocking. It's usually a negative thought before we even open our eyes. So ask yourself, when you're having these thoughts, is this thought serving me? Is this helping me to move forward? All right. Am I showing up as my authentic self today? Okay. So when I'm spiraling out of control and I'm having these negative thoughts, I'm like, is this my authentic self? Is this who I am? Is this who I want to show up as? No. Like, I'm going to take this thought captive and I'm going to change it around. You can also ask, is this a way that I want to present myself to the world? When we're angry inside and we're thinking negatively over this situation, it gives us this energy and we're not smiling, we're not happy. That's not how we want to present ourselves to the world. So those questions I ask myself kind of helps me snap out of it. And I'm like, this is not serving me. This is not who I am. And it helps me to change my thoughts around. We have to retrain our brain to let go of the past and create the future that we are created for. So if this resonates with you, leave a comment below. Let me know if you've had any aha moments when you start to really pay attention to what you're thinking. If you like this video, like it below, subscribe, and help to get this content out to encourage others. I'll see you guys next time.